Namaskar, good morning, brothers and sisters, friends, ladies and gentlemen. I, Dr. Rakesh from USA, welcome all. Today we are discussing very important topic. Prevention is better than cure. Out of a country's health budget, a large proportion should be diverted from treatment to spending on health, education, and preventive measures. It is universally acknowledged that a healthy mind lives in a healthy body. Good health is one's most prized possession. If one is not physically fit, one cannot rise in any sphere of life. These days, medical science is making great advances, with the result that even the fatal diseases of the years have become quite curable. Although there are better medical facilities, the number of deadly and fatal diseases is swelling day by day. Today the life of people is full of tensions, stresses and worries. Many of the psychological factors, environmental pollution and changes in eating and having habits are also contributing to the ill health of the people. I agree to a great extent to the notion that prevention is better than cure. Every strata of society, be it rich or poor, in suffering from health problems. Although the rich have enough money, they are suffering from hypertension, diabetes, cardiac problems, and many other luxury related problems. On the other hand, the poor do not have adequate resources and even the basic necessities of life. They are suffering from starvation, malnutrition, and a host of poverty-related diseases. The government should make efforts to make the people aware of the basic health care. Preventive measures should be taken and taught so that the occurrence of disease can be minimized. There are so many diseases which can only be prevented, not cured. For example, AIDS, cancer, hypertension, diabetes, hepatitis, flu, etc. By taking aquatic healthcare measures, such diseases can be prevented. It is rightly said that a stitch in time saves 9. It is wise to nip the evil in the bud. One of the most important things is to teach the people how to keep themselves active and neat and clean. They should do some physical activity. Other measures include keeping the surroundings clean, checking pollution, etc. It is also better to take safety rather than to spend lots of money on treatment. Healthy citizens can work better and hence build a strong nation and the world. Traditions are the heart and soul of country's culture. Traditional skills are the building blocks of civilization. These are the skills which are developed automatically to suit the needs of the people. It has been well said that necessity is the mother of invention. The same holds true in the case of traditional skill as well. As our present Prime Minister, who is always emphasized on the skills of the youth, on the modernity of the skills. When people want to accomplish some task, they develop their own method of doing it. And it is this invention that takes the form of a skill. These skills are passed on by people from one generation to the other. Along the way, sometimes due to technological developments or neglect or lack of interest by the young generation, these skills die out. They dry up in the hot sands of time. Then these skills no longer attract the people. These craftsmen have to run from pillar to post for earning their bread and butter. I do not agree with the notion that as technology develops, it is pointless to try and keep our traditional skills alive. Traditional skills reflect the glory of our rich culture. They remind us of the lives of people who followed them with religious devotion. Moreover, the ideas behind the traditional skills can act as stepping stones for future inventions and researches. For instances, weaving khadi or hand-spun cotton is a traditional skill of India. The khadi patterns are used by the top designers all over the world to create latest fashions. In developing countries like India, many people live below the poverty line, means BPL. Traditional skills can help them in earning at least one square meal a day. These skills do not need much investment. Conservation of traditional skills does not mean that we have to shield them unnecessarily. Modern technology has transformed the way we live today. It has made the most distant dreams of men come true. But in spite of all this, we must not forget that they are relevant even today. There are countless lovers of these skills and crafts even today. Whatever heights we may scale,